Welcome back to another episode of Shenanaguy Blaze Trails of Cold Steel. We have some mysterious missing jewelry or art or something, I don't remember exactly what it was, that we have to investigate. We were called out by name. So let's see what that's all about. Excuse me, are you in charge of this store? We're here on behalf of the local government to investigate a reported burglary. Yes, that's right. I'm the owner. You must be the students from Thor's Military Academy. Indeed. Class 7, Group A, at your service. Oh, thank goodness. We may yet have a chance to recover the Crimson Tiara. So that's the object that was stolen. Yes, exactly. It's embedded with priceless carnelian gemstones, captivating the hearts of all those who gaze upon it. It's the centerpiece of our display, under consideration to become a national treasure and valued at almost 100 million mira. Pretty pricey. Yeah, I'll say. It was being displayed in that big showcase in the center of the room, wasn't it? I had heard that the store was fitted with the best security system money could buy, so it could display the tiara safely. I'm afraid this was all due to my carelessness. There was no problem with our recently installed security system. The problem was me, falling right into Phantom Thief B's trap. Wait, the Phantom Thief B? I've heard all manner of rumors about him, but I still find it hard to believe this was actually his doing. The name sounds kind of familiar. Seems like Elliot and Machias know of him. Yes, he's a thief with quite a reputation in the capital. He calls himself a liberator of beauty. And he made quite a name for himself with a string of major thefts a number of years ago. He's even gained an enthusiastic fan following for the daring and graceful methods he uses during his thefts. Oh, now I remember where I've heard his name before. He's the thief who managed to steal an orbital tank from the Imperial Army, right? Yeah, that's one of his most famous exploits. I seem to recall hearing that story myself. I wonder how one steals a tank. So, do we know how the tiara was stolen? Well, actually, there has been a tank stolen from an army base before, back in the 90s, or early 2000s? I think it was the 90s. I want to say it was the 90s. This is a pretty bad police chase there. Yeah, guy was driving it on the highway, finally ended the chase by getting it stuck on the median, the barriers in between the two directions of travel. He tried to hop over to the other direction of travel and got the tank stuck on it. Yeah, anyway, do we know who how the tiara was stolen? Phantom Thief B is well known for sending the victim a card notifying them of his intended crime before he commits it. Did he send a card this time? Yes, that's right. The card also contained this message. Your prized tiara has already been replaced with an imitation. However, that message was a feint. While we did have the utmost faith in our security system, we knew that if anyone could get past it, it would be him. We decided to open the display case to check the tiara, but as it turns out, that's when he was counting on us to do. So that's when he stole the tiara, huh? I'm afraid so. Unbelievable. I assume you weren't able to get a good look at the culprit's face? Indeed. As soon as we opened the display case, the lights all went out. By the time we got them back on, the tiara had vanished. I see. Sounds like he's no ordinary thief. With a piece as valuable as this, can you maybe explain how you decided we'd be the optimal choice for this request? Ah, of course. Please, take a look at this. The owner of this fine establishment. Know that I have the Crimson Tiara securely in my possession. Should you fulfill my conditions, I promise that it shall be returned to you unharmed. If not, I make no guarantees. First, you must not report this incident to the Railway Military Police. Second, you must deliver the other card here to the members of Thor's military academies, Class 7, Group A. Third, the aforementioned Group A must overcome the trial written on said card. Phantom Thief B. It really is addressed to us. I find the thief's apparent reveling in his crime somewhat unpleasant. Yeah, though on the other hand, he seems to be giving us a chance to get the tiara back. True. Do you have this other card that the thief mentioned? Of course, please take this. Received Phantom Thief B's card. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, Group A. Should you wish to recover the treasure you seek, accept and overcome the trials I have placed before you. All of the keys lie within the Vermilion capital. The first key is at the feet of the conqueror with the heart of a lion. A riddle, is it? Well, I'm sure the Vermilion capital is just referring to the city itself. But as for the feet of the conqueror with the heart of a lion, seems like a treasure hunt. And this card's our first clue. It does seem that way. So do you think you can help us out? We'd be happy to. Indeed. Taunting us like that, I'm all for wiping that smug satisfaction off his face. Let's be off then. Thank you so much. Please find it. Quest Burglary at the Jeweler's started. The feet of the conqueror. Heart of a lion. Where could that possibly be? I have a hunch. I appear to be right. The Conqueror with the Heart of a Lion. It couldn't mean anything other than this statue of Emperor Draco's. Agreed. It's hard to hear a clue like that and not immediately think of Draco's the Lionheart. And this statue is the most famous monument of him here in Heimdall. Then chances are good that we're in the right place. The card said to look at his feet. Let's do it then. Here we go. It's the same type of card as the last one too. Found Phantom Thief B's card. I assume we were correct then. Well, we won't know until we check. The second key is in the northeastern seat of the Prismatic Palace. The second key. So basically, we got another scavenger hunt. So it seems. I can't believe he's making us go through this whole rigmarole. What can we do but play along, though? In the northeastern seat of the Prismatic Palace. Just what could that mean? Matter Park? Prismatic Palace. Could that mean... I feel like it's in here. I'm starting to remember something about this. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Oh yeah, that looks like a Phantom Thief B card right there. This must be the Prismatic Palace. Yeah, all signs point to the Crystal Garden, which leaves only the northeastern seat. I'm presuming it refers to an actual place one can sit, which would suggest we ought to investigate this bench in the northeast part of the garden. Is that it? Found Phantom Thief B's card. Seems so. What's it say? Let's see. The third key is... At the round table where once rested the gauntlets that supported the east of the city. Oh goody, another riddle. Still, what can we do but keep going? It seems fate has ordained that we should meet again. I recognize that voice. Who are you again? He's Baron Blueblanc. Yeah, we first met during our field study in Bereahard, I believe. Tres bien. I am most pleased to see that you have not forgotten me. Though if my eyes do not deceive me, you have 2 new faces among your throng today, no? Hi, it's, nice to meet you. I've heard mention of you from my classmates. Has your search for beauty brought you all the way to Heimdall too? You could indeed say that. However, to meet not just in Breahard, but among the picturesque elegance of the Vermilion capital as well. Truly, it seems that we are bound together by a destiny most inseparable. Would you not agree? I'm not sure. He's a bit on the unique side, huh? Yeah, unique. Let's just call it that. I couldn't sense him coming at all, though. Haha! Please, the intensity of your stares is positively withering. Or is it that my overwhelming beauty has clutched your heart so tightly that you cannot help but gaze and wonder? Oh, I'd bet all the mirror I have on me that's absolutely not the case. Haha! Now, if you'll excuse me, there's still much I must attend to. I wish you the best of luck with your studies. And there he goes. So what did he come to convey to us? With that guy, who knows? Right, so the gauntlet. That can't be anything other than the Bracer Guild. Is this guy still drunk? You'd think Dad's old age would prevent him from getting this excited for the festival. I'm really glad he's helping, but he's so demanding too. We can't let the other parts of town show us up this year. Alto Street's going to have to be the best decorations this year, and that's a fact. Quit dilly-dallying and get some work done, Strauss. Don't rush me. Okay. I thought it was that guy that was trying to fight a pole last night. A light pole. Round table. I believe the table upstairs was round. The gauntlets that supported the east of the city. The gauntlet is the symbol of the Bracer Guild, isn't it? It's on their emblem, too. Yeah, the once and east parts mentioned in the note seem important as well. The building was once a branch of the guild, and while the capital once had 2 such branches, this is the easternmost branch. This must be the round table. Ah, here it is. Obtained a Phantom Thief B's card. I can't believe he even trespassed into our lodgings. Indeed. Though from the look of things, it doesn't seem he touched anything else. Still, not a pleasant thought. Yeah, it's kind of creepy knowing he was here. Especially considering we don't know what he's actually after. Anyway, let's see what the next card says. The 4th key is... On the bottom of the white burden of the steel bird perched at the water's edge. Sure enough, it's another riddle. And a rather challenging one at that. I need to read that one again. I was expecting them to read it, but they didn't. Wait. Is there no way to read it? Oh, that's just mean. Maybe under the quest tab? Yeah, quest tab. On the bottom of the white burden of the steel bird perched at the water's edge. Water's edge. That's got to be the port. Steel bird. Is it the crane?
Being near water always helps me relax. Oh yeah, your hometown is right on a lake, isn't it?
Other crane? Ah, yes. Maybe? I mean, okay. The steel bird perched at the water's edge. The last clue seems like it might be referring to the crane here in Heimdall Port. And that would make its white bird in these containers. Ah! Because the weight of the containers is a burden and the containers themselves are white. Okay, that makes sense. I can't see a card attached to any of them though. The clue did say it would be on the bottom. Perhaps we should discuss this with whoever's in charge here and ask him to check the containers for us. That'd be Port Chief Demberto. We met him earlier today, so let's see if he's willing to help us. Group A explained their situation to Port Chief Denberto, who agreed to check all of the white containers for them. And just as they'd predicted, a card was found affixed to the bottom of one of the containers. Found Phantom Thief B's card. How the devil did that get stuck to the bottom like that? He wouldn't have been able to attach it without lifting the container, and that would have meant using the crane. But when did he do it? None of us ever noticed anything suspicious. Well, he is supposed to be a master of disguise, right? Maybe he disguised himself as one of the workers here? I can only guess as to how he might have done it, but it's definitely not something a normal person could pull off. That aside, what does the card say? Oh yeah, let's see. The final key is also hidden near the water's edge. The crimson crown you seek sleeps within a black ark, nestled in the steel car that marches with the minutes. This one's just as obtuse as the others, though if it's also hidden near the water's edge, from all indications, I'd say the next one is here in Heimdall Port too. It says final key and crimson crown too, so at least there's that. Yeah, looks like this one's the last one. Crimson crown you seek sleeps within a black ark, nestled in the steel car that marches with the minutes. Steel car, minutes. The tram that runs on a schedule that just so happens to be waiting here so conveniently. The steel car. My guess is that the last clue refers to the orbital tram. That seems like the best fit. What about marching with the minutes? The tram schedule, of course, arriving and departing at present times. Preset times. Heimdall Port is the starting and ending point for all the trams in the city. So you could say the tram here is waiting for its appointed time. It makes sense in a weird way. I guess this is the place then. Let's get the driver's permission to have a look inside. Excuse me, do you think you could do us a favor? Sure, what do you need? Rena explained the situation to the tram driver and asked permission to search inside the tram. The infamous Phantom Thief B hid something in this tram car? Yes, we believe that to be the case. Wow, really? Well, I get where you're coming from. Go on and look around as much as you want. Thanks for your cooperation. A black case? Looks like this must be the black ark mentioned in the card. Our Phantom Thief appears to have taken no pains to hide it. Isn't it kind of weird that the driver didn't notice it? Maybe Phantom Thief B left it here not too long ago? I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Inside the black case rested the tiara, embedded with dazzling carnelians. It has such a fiery glow to it. Well, this is definitely the crimson tiara we've been running all over town looking for. So this thing's worth 100 million mira? I'm almost afraid to handle it. Yeah, we've got to be really careful about getting this back to the jeweler's safely. Found crimson tiara.
So the tiara really was in there, huh? Now I'm wondering if the last passenger who stepped off the tram was Phantom Thief B himself. I don't remember there being any unusual passengers on board, though.
I see. So you have no idea who Phantom Thief B could have been then?
To have done so much and yet left no trace of his presence. He must truly be a master at covering his tracks.
I'll say, but hey, at least we were able to get the tiara back. I suppose that's good enough.
What's Reen's take on this situation, though? Dots.
What's wrong, Reen?
Why are you staring at me like that?
I think it's time we put an end to this little charade. Don't you, Baron Blue Blanc? Or should I call you Phantom Thief B?
Exclamations!
What? This savory taste is why the unripe fruit is the most delectable of all.
Wait, aren't you the Baron we met earlier? But that mask...
That's the mask of Phantom Thief B!
Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am Phantom Thief Blue Blanc, otherwise known simply as Phantom Thief B. Baron Blue Blanc is but one of the many roles I have assumed during my pursuits. Incidentally, might I ask when you first discovered my true identity?
It didn't really take much discovering. You went out of your way to show up in the Crystal Garden after all.
That was kind of obvious.
Now, maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe you were seriously trying to hide your identity to begin with. Your disguises? Nothing short of perfect, I have to admit. But with all the work you've put into this, I suspected you might come check on us near the end of your little game.
Ha ha! I see! Excellent deductive reasoning. Simply splendid!
But why would you do something like this? Why go to all the trouble?
I love this piece of music they're using in the background. It's one of my favorites.
Does that interest you? Must there be a motive?
Nah. Now that we know your identity, there's nothing more to discuss.
Theft is a crime.
Indeed, a crime we will not allow to go unpunished.
What spirited youths you are!
Exclamations!
What? How did he do that?
Just a little trick I like to keep up my sleeve. Regardless, you have provided me with plenty of sport and more than enough entertainment for one day. I'll be watching your future achievements with keen interest. Ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, I bid you adieu.
He disappeared again.
That's quite a little trick.
He might still be nearby. Let's search the area.
Reen and the others scoured the area for Phantom Thief B, but try as they might, they found no trace of him. After reporting the details of the incident to City Hall, they trekked back to the jeweler's to return the tiara. I can't believe that you were able to recover the tiara safely. How can I ever thank you? I almost get the impression we're the reason he stole it in the first place. Maybe we should apologize to you. Oh no, not at all. Phantom Thief B's conquests have always seemed rather capricious. I imagine he just decided to use all of you as a convenient excuse for his latest escapade. Given how fixated on us he seemed, I don't think that's all at all likely. Well, better not say anything. Indeed, the last thing we want is to cause more confusion here. I'm afraid I can't offer you much, but please take these as a token of my thanks. Received all element Sepith times 500. This is a lot of Sepith. Are you sure it's alright to give us that much? It almost feels like more than we deserve. Well, this is a jewelry boutique after all. We have more Sepith lying around than we know what to do with. Well, that does make sense. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all you've done for us. Quest Burglary at the jeweler's completed. I wonder if we can sell Sepith here. Nope, just Sepith Mass. Okay. I think we have to go to an orbal area thing. Whew, that was quite exhausting. Phantom Thief B was an even more unpleasant fellow than I had expected. Annoying to think his smug face was watching us the whole time. Yeah, though his name is pretty well known around here. He was plainly suspicious even when we first met him, but I didn't suspect he'd prove this much of a troublemaker. Dots. Something wrong, Reen? I was just thinking, he must be incredibly skilled. He disguised himself so well that he was virtually unrecognizable, not to mention all those other things he did. If this were martial arts we were talking about, he'd definitely be at the master level. I can't disagree. True. But why would someone like that try to mess with us? He specifically asked for Group A too, though I can't imagine why. Hold on. Is it my father again? This is Class 7, Group A, Range Horser speaking. Hello, hello! Sounds like you've been keeping yourselves busy. I know it's you, Instructor Sarah. Oh, got it in one. How do you guess? Don't tell me. Is it your smoldering love for your tragically beautiful teacher? I have, many feelings about you, but love would be stretching it. Anyway, you don't usually call us while we're out on the field study. Is something wrong? Actually, there's something I'd like, somewhere I'd like Group A to go. When you're finished up with, when you've finished up what you have to do for your field study, I'd like you to head over to the Saint District. Okay, let's see. That's where Heimdall Cathedral and embassies are, right? I think Elisa's Academy is somewhere around there too. Yeah, that's the place. I want all of you assembled outside St. Estraya's Girls' School at 5 o'clock. Group B will be there too! Exclamation. What? Don't worry, I've already informed the governor about this, so go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Anyway, have fun! Toodles! Hey, hold on it. What's wrong now? It sounded as though the instructor is being her usual irresponsible self again. Pretty much. I don't know what she's thinking. Reen explained to the rest of the team that they were to assemble at St. Estraya's Girls' School by 5 o'clock. Oh, I know where that is. That Girls' Academy for Nobles. Isn't that the one your sister attends? I have a few acquaintances who attend there myself. But I can't imagine why she'd have us all meet there. Girls' Academy, huh? I'm kinda curious. I'm sure she has her reasons. Weird ones, probably. It's almost evening, so we should finish up here and start heading over. The best way to get to the Saint District is by tram, right? Yeah, doesn't matter where we catch the tram from, it'll pass through here. I almost dread to think that what we'll have to do when we get there, though. The Saint District has been added to the list of locations selectable from any of the capital's tram stops. Right! But we will head over there next time, because long cutscenes and all of that. So yeah, we'll do that next time. So until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye for now.